Hey, good morning, guys. We're currently in Ripley, Mississippi, and we're going to be heading, hopefully, across the Mississippi River today, heading for about like 250 miles. All right, what do you have to say?
We really don't know when we head out each day if we're hitting mostly paved or mostly gravel, if we can hit 250 miles. I don't look at the trail close enough that everybody else's reports to know if we're hitting dirt or pavement. We're just sort of looking at the map, putting a target, and the day will figure itself out as we go. So it'll surprise us, maybe as much as it surprises y'all.
Yep. So we're just going to be going stopping at Walmart to grab a few things for the bikes. We can get some chain oil?
Chain lube, yep.
Yeah, chain lube. And then, yeah. So otherwise, we're going to have a, hopefully, just a non-terrible day. So we'll see how it goes. All right, talk to y'all in a bit. See ya. Hey guys, so currently we are stopping in Paris General Store in Paris, Mississippi. Don't know if you can see down there's like a little sign for it. We are currently just stopping for like our lunch break and everything, just taking up some rest and all that.
And charging our cardos because they did not charge last night overnight.
Yes, we forgot to charge them, so if you look, we have both of them hooked up to the motorcycle running and everything. Make sure they're fully charged later on. Not sure how long it's going to take, but I guess we'll find out. This past little bit of the journey we went on, like the past few miles, was like a mix of just straight up rain and gravel. So it was not very pleasant by any means. I actually crashed once. If you look down here, there's like some mud you can probably see. And also another major feature now with my bike is that it's now bent down here. This bike frame is no longer really attached. This pin doesn't work by any means. I don't know if you can really see that from this angle. But yeah, we're going to have to figure that out later.
Yeah, that is the Tusk quick release bracket that is made for their luggage rack. And as soon as he hit the ground, when the ground pulled on the luggage, what gave was the quick release portion, and so now we're going to use it like normal and just strap the luggage straight onto the rack. Anyway, I'm not sure. You beef something up and it turns out to be heavier, so I know it's a trade-off, but it definitely did not hold up to just a slow speed, probably 20 mile an hour, lay it over on some gravel. So I'm sort of disappointed in that.
Yeah. We should have some video of that. I remember having GoPro going, so I'll put that past this into the clip. But yeah, it was just straight up gravel roads, probably about half a foot deep, and we were just fishtailing and sliding the entire time. Right now, which Mississippi are we headed to?
We're going to try to get across the Mississippi River.
Yeah.
And we, with all the wet, muddy roads and all the loose gravel, you know, we're fishtailing and we're moving sort of slow, so we might or might not get across Mississippi River today. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll just have to figure it out. All right, well, keep you updated. All right, see you later. Hold up. I had to go through the wheel rut. Just to let you know, you have to go through a wheel rut. I went to the right side. My feet were down on the ground. You had to like do a weird walk. I'm at the top of the hill, but here's the thing: I can't be at the top of the hill when you do it. You have to. I can't, because there is no left-hand side. It's just straight back downhill. You just gotta go. I'll leave you exiting it. Right there. That's what I stated. We can't go this way. Or just get around it. Oh, there's like a mini road beside it. I got you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a mini road behind it. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, okay. Hold it right here, beside it. That's what I meant, beside it. It doesn't matter to me if you want the front or back. I can hold up. There we go. Kickstand down. Doesn't have to be kickstands down.
No, you got the. Let me hold it up. You come around here. I got it. I got it. Turn your car on. Walk it out of this hole up there. Then we'll take it out. Balanced. What time was kickstand? Go up there before you drive it. See where the road is. Hey, let me get a picture.
Okay.
Alright guys, we are finishing our 5th day. We left from Ripley, Mississippi. We were headed to try to get across the Mississippi River today. We did not make it. We are in Batesville, Mississippi. I really thought Mississippi was going to be fairly easy, maybe a little bit of gravel, but a lot of long straight roads because Mississippi's fairly flat. Anyway, Mississippi surprised us. Definitely a lot of gravel. When we left out, as soon as we left, we immediately hit gravel roads, and it was freshly paved, loose, dusty gravel roads, but then we immediately hit rain. And so what was loose, dusty, gravelly roads turned into a soup. And being nervous, trying to slow down and go slow, just made it worse. And the bikes were all over the place. It took a little bit to finally get used to it, but we got to where we were, there was another man we met right when the rain started, and he was in front of us on a little bit smaller bike. And so we would just follow him and just stay out of his ruts, because if we ever caught his rut, you felt the bike start to shift. But we just, kept on going, and I think we earned our gravel legs today. We realized that going slow was terrible, so we started picking up the pace. We stayed in our standing stance the whole day, and anytime we hit gravel, we stood up, we spun that back tire, 3rd or 4th gear, and just gave it some gas and let it eat. And once we got the gyroscope going, we just danced those bikes all over the gravel roads all day. And but the miles were earned today, so only 190 miles, but man, they beat us up. Also, y'all need to be aware that there's a road out, and I wrote it down, Pine Chapel Road maybe. It's the one that everybody sees on Facebook where it had been washed out. They finally pulled the culvert out of it, and there's an excavator sitting down in the bottom. You cannot get through the road at all. They piled big old piles of dirt, and there's no way around. There's creek on both sides. You can't get through. So you got to detour around that. And another one.
White Height Road?
No, Witt's Height Road.
Yeah, Witt's Height Road.
Has big ruts. I'm surprised that that's still a blue for people on big, heavy bikes. We're on the 700s. That they behave real well. They made it through the area. I mean, some of it's sandy, a lot of sand. Some of it's really rutted. I don't know if you get a Jeep through all of it. Big, heavy, thick ruts, and I'm glad we weren't on a bike any bigger than what we're on.
Yeah, he said about the gravel and stuff like that. We fell a few times, and with Witt's Height, I fell, and we had to pick up the bike out of the hole and everything. So that was a frustration big time. But it was definitely very complicated just trying to get up the side of the hill, because you're going up the hill and you go one way, and the ridge just is like a drop off about a foot or two, because I don't know what it was, but it seemed like a truck had just went through there and dug up 2 feet worth of dirt. But yeah, it's a brutal little section, and I'm surprised that there wasn't a trail leaning off around the corner, pretty much bypassing that little section. But it is what it is. I fell twice or 3 times, but I didn't fall at all. but he pretty much just learned from my mistakes. That's what it was.
I let him go first, and when he ended up in the wrong rut that was, you know, a foot deep or something, I'd take a different rut. But really, I mean, it's like when we go riding on the ATV trails or somewhere when you have a lot of Jeeps and then they let the water come washing down and it washes out all the ruts. There'll be some really high spots, some spots where the water has been just flowing through there a couple of feet down, and you've got to decide, are you going to try to put your bike in the rut or up on a shoulder and fall into the rut? And you're going to have some spots that you better get some momentum and spin your way up, because if you try to take it slow and easy, it's not going to make it. You've got to hit some stuff with some intensity. I'd say there's a little bit of spots we hit today. You got to almost pretend like you're motocrossing.
Yeah. Like, if anything, we should have been on dirt bikes if we were doing like only short sections for it. Otherwise, it was.
If you start to do Ripley, Mississippi to Batesville, Mississippi, the one thing we should have done, if I'd known we had that much gravel, I would have let some air out of the tires. We are running at 30 psi, and I probably would have dropped it down at least 20 psi just to get a little bit better traction on the gravel. That is something, looking back, I thought we were going to have more pavement in Mississippi, and I was dead wrong. It is a lot of gravel in Mississippi.
Yeah. Otherwise, I guess it was a fairly good day. Like we said, we didn't reach the 250 miles that we had originally planned. We only got to 190, but we're slap wore out. We're hoping we can make up the miles later on, but we'll see as the time comes. Hopefully it doesn't rain tomorrow, because it's been 4 out of 5 days now. Just starting off great, pretty much.
Yep, only one day have we not had rain. So, hey, if you're gonna ride in the southeast, you're gonna have rain. This year has definitely been a wetter year in the southeast. We're from Birmingham, Alabama. In Birmingham, we have had a ton of rain this year. I figured it'd dry up a little bit in August. We're just gonna have a great trip, but it is still raining. So maybe when we get out west, we'll carry the rain with us and they'll appreciate it.
Yeah. Otherwise, I think that's everything. I feel like we covered everything.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll update you tomorrow.
All right. See you later, guys.